Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Kickin podcast. I am one half of the podcast, Robbie Collins. Sorry for the slight delay in going live. I was on another podcast, so I literally just had to go off of that one, switch on to this one. So I apologise. The show is going to be a bit all over the place today, but we move. There is obviously a lot of action going on, and here is my co-host. Step up and play. It is Owen Cochran. Owen, how you doing?
I'm not bad, how are you doing?
Aye, not bad. I was just sort of explaining to the folks why the show's running a bit late tonight. I'm just off another show, so I had to go off of that one and switch on to this one. But we are here. We're half an hour away for Europa League games, but that's not why we're here today. There is big news for Liverpool fans. It's looking like Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk are going to sign new 2-year contracts, respectively to the both of them, to commit their future to Liverpool. On how big is this? Inside every Liverpool fan's head, we all probably thought, right, at the end of each of their contracts, we're probably going to lose them, and that'll be that. We'll buy him a place. But it's looking like they're both firmly committed to the future of Arne Slot.
Massive. Honestly, I seen the news and I'm like, wow, did not expect it coming. But I'm so happy that Mo Salah and Van Dijk are staying. Obviously, there's another one that we hope that would stay. It's Trent. We don't know what's going to happen with him. Hopefully, it does stick around with us. But if he goes, he goes. But Salah and Van Dijk are totally massive that we've got them for another 2 years. And if Salah gets his scoring boost up every season, then he could overtake Ian Rush for the goals.
Yeah, and it's looking like, Kyrie, can you still hear me all right?
Yeah.
Right, sorry, I had to put the phone in charger, so I had to set it the other way. It's looking increasingly like now Liverpool are going to be looking for a potential striker as the next player into the football club. Obviously, Court Nunez up there, he's, let's be honest, he's not good enough.
He's not the greatest now.
No disrespect to the lad, he's obviously got quality, that's why he's playing with Liverpool, but he's not
I
what
feel
we
for him,
want. I know, I feel on it, I feel rotten for Nunez. He tries his best every game. But
yeah, he does.
we can't. I'm sure Slot can't feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we're look forward and upwards. Is there any names on your list? Obviously, Alexander Isak's being touted. There's still Horsham and rumours floating about. Is there anybody that you personally want?
Obviously, when you mention Isak, then honestly, if we manage to get Isak, then that would be absolutely brilliant for us. But there's no one that I'm like string to it now. I'm like,
I think I personally think Isak. I think that should be our option. I'd love to see Isak at Liverpool. I think I was listening to Pitchside, the show Reeve Theo Baker and that day. And Newcastle fan, I think his name's Lewis, I could be wrong. He sort of mentioned about Isak, and he's right. Isak's not just a goal scorer. Isak does so much more after the ball as well. He's a workhorse in a Newcastle team. Could you imagine what he could do though? We've got a world class team that he doesn't really need to worry about being the workhorse for. He can just focus on scoring the goals. I think we've got some player right there.
Oh, definitely. If we can splash the cash in the summer and get Alexander Isak, then that is unbelievable for us. But imagine that for a minute, just a front three, Salah, Isak, and possibly if Diaz does stay, where's or even Gakpo on the left hand side. Wow, what if Salah can just assist him all the time, and he can finish it off as in wow. But
Salah, Isak, and Diaz is probably the ideal front three. That for me, that's league winning quality, and we've already got a league winning quality front three because we're top of the league.
Yeah, exactly.
So it could only improve. Just to tell you about another result that's happened, and sort of keeping with English football, Chelsea have beaten Legia Warsaw 3-0 away from home. The goals coming from George, I don't know his first name, and Madueke scored a double Jadon Sancho assist as well. Pretty basic win for Chelsea. I mean, it was a full strength team basically that Maresca picked. So you'd expect him to go over there and get a job there.
Aye, very good. They managed to. Very good for them to get the job done away in Legia. It's a difficult place to go. It's never easy to go there. But to get 3-0, take it back to Stamford Bridge is very, very good for you. So big result in Legia. You expect them to get the 3 points. Obviously good
Go
advantage
through.
into
Aye.
3-0 go
Aye,
through, and I think they're through already. So there you go.
Aye, in the Europa League, we've got some team sheets to tell you about. Man United travel to France to play Lyon. The Man U team is Onana and goals, a back three of Mazraoui, Maguire and Yoro. Diego Dalot and Patrick Dogu are your two wing backs. Casemiro, Ugarte make up your midfield. Bruno Fernandes in at number 10. And, well, I'm assuming he'll be playing on the right. So it'll be probably Garnacho on the left, Bruno on the right, and Boyland through the middle.
Aye.
Make up one Man United team. On the bench, Harry Amas, Bayinda, Christian Eriksen, Tom Heaton, Camison, Kugonke, Menu, Moorhouse, Mount, Lindelof, Shaw and Zuxi. It looks like I'm naming a Football Manager region bench there. On the other Europa League game to talk about, Tottenham take on Eintracht Frankfurt. Is this maybe the end for Big Ange if he goes out here? I don't know, we'll speak about that soon. But the Tottenham team sheet, Vicario and goals, a back four, Toro, Romero, Van de Ven and Udogie. Bergval, Bentancur and Madison are in the midfield, and you've got Son on the left, Johnson on the right and Dominic Solanke through the middle. On the subs it is Austin, Bissouma, Davies, Dejid Spence, Archie Gray, Mickey Moore, Odobert, Dar, Tell, Whiteman and Richarlison. That makes up both your English club teams. Owen, starting off with Man United, then they travel to France. Do you think United fans would be happy taking a draw back to Old Trafford?
Aye, definitely. I think a draw would be very much a good result and a fair result for Man U to go back to Old Trafford against them. As much as I kind of want Man U to obviously kind of lose the game because it'd just be funny if Onana makes the mistake and Matic is right after all. With his worst goalkeeper at Man U. But nah, good result hopefully for Man U if they get back to it away. But let's just see it.
Aye, unfortunately Matic was on the bench for this game.
Yep, yeah.
So he will not play, but look, Leon have a lot of good players. Tolisso, Almada, Chekri is another good player. There's a lot of quality in that Leon team, so they can go off the bench. You've got, again, Lacazette, you've got Matic, both Premier League experience. You've got Kaleta Carr that can come in at the back if they need to, screw the defence up. So that Leon team's not going to be easy to take on. Let's get your score predictions for that one then. It's Leon Man United, first leg. What do you think?
I think there's going to be goals in this game actually. And a hopefully a good game of football. I'm going to go with a draw and I'm going to go 2 each.
All right, high scoring. I like it. I'm going to go. Yeah, I said this to Kino, who was in the chat last week. I'm going to go Man United away win. I'm going to go 2-1 Man United. I think they sneak a win going back to Old Trafford. I think it'll be scrappy. I think it'll be a late goal for Man United, but I think they get it done. Now moving over to our good old friend Ange Postecoglou in Tottenham. Look, we know it's not been easy for Ange. I'm surprised they've not just pulled the trigger on him already. Although I still don't fully believe it's his fault. Look, it's not been a fun time. This is all Tottenham really have left now to fight for. This is what they need to win, really, this season. What are you thinking for this? Is this the end for Ange if they lose in it?
See, to be honest with you, right, I hope not, but I think it will be. I think if they get put of this Europa League over the 2 legs, then I think obviously I don't think because I don't see a point in if you don't win in the 2 legs and don't go through. I don't see the point in just letting them go after it. Just obviously just wait until the end of the season. Let's say like this is your last few games for the club, and we're letting you go at the end of the season, and then get a new manager in. But honestly, I've said this ages ago. Actually, this isn't his fault. This is the board's fault. And Tottenham, they'll know. I don't know what I don't know what the board is doing it these days. They're
But
just really, really poor.
look, to
But
play devil's advocate, just about your point there, I think it is the board's fault, and I agree. I don't think it's his fault at all. I actually
no,
think Andrew's a brilliant manager.
yep,
But you've got to say results haven't been good this season. They're sitting below Man United, which if you deep that, we know how angry Man United fans are about where they're sitting. This Tottenham team's sitting a place below them with a point less. Let's not hide the fact that this has been a horrible season for Tottenham. But we can blame the board, but Tottenham have lost too many games and dropped too many points when it matters. That Ange maybe does need to take some of the blame, because I'm looking at the team sheet for the night. That is more than capable, in my opinion, of winning the Europa League. That's a very good Tottenham team. But I don't know, something just doesn't seem to be clicking, and I don't think Ange's the way he speaks in the press help, or his actions towards the fans. Cutting the ears at the fans, whether he did mean it as a sign of fuckies or a sign of celebrate the goal. I still think it's disrespectful to do that. I don't think he helps himself.
it really doesn't. No, actually, saying that he wasn't saying it, he wasn't doing it towards them. But you can clearly see in the bottom of the image that you're doing it towards them, because they were clearly saying you don't know what you're doing. And when you run on Pape Sarr for Bergwall, if I call him, and he went and scored, unfortunately get chopped off. But but Ange's done it before. He's done it better. He done it with us as well. He done something that we didn't expect he was going to do straight away. But obviously, I've said it from the first when the fixtures came out. I think they'll win the Europa League just because he's there. But obviously, I hope he does it, because obviously it was with us not a wee while ago now. But I've loved Ange ever since. So I hope he does it, and if he does it, then wow, brilliant for Tottenham.
Aye. Let's get score predictions then. Tottenham and Frankfurt at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. What are you going for?
Before I say the prediction, right, with the thing with Tottenham this season, when they go away from home, they struggle so much. This is the reason. They go away home and they struggle far too much. And even at home as well, see when they go 1-0 down, they go 1-0 down so stupidly and make so many mistakes at the back. And this is the reason that they're right down right now.
The home performance for me that sticks out is Tottenham Leicester when they lost 2-1 at home. That performance was, and they Tottenham took the lead in that game. And Leicester managed to come back and score too. So there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of big problems at Tottenham right now.
The same with Ipswich as well. Ipswich are in the third place and third bottom right now in the relegation, and they went to Tottenham Stadium and get a win there. Like Tottenham shouldn't be losing their games. No disrespect to the other teams, but Tottenham with that team should be beating them, and should be battling and challenging very much.
It's not just the wee games either. They go away to Chelsea, they're sort of rivals, and they don't even score a goal. And whether they got one chopped off or no, regardless of that, they still didn't score.
Actually, they're quite laughable when you see it as well. Like with Tottenham,
it's just classic Tottenham, isn't it?
It is. I will say, but if they go 1-0 down the night, they're in deep trouble, because it will take a lot for them to recover the night. AZ Alkmaar's a lot different team, of Frankfurt. Like when the first leg, obviously they beat away in the first leg, like 1-0. You could always see Tottenham coming back from that. But if they go 1-0 down the night at home in their own ground in front of all their fans, there's going to be fingers pointed to a lot of their players. And if they can't get a result, tonight, if they lose or draw tonight, they're in deep trouble for that second leg. So, but I'm going to back Tottenham for the night, and I'm going to go 3-1 Tottenham.
All right. I'm also going to back Tottenham. I'm going to go 3-0 Tottenham. I think they cruise to victory. I don't think Frankfurt look, they're a decent team. Obviously,
Yep.
they know how to win the Europa League. They've done it before. Sorry, Rangers fans, before you kill me. They know how to win. So
Yep.
it won't. But again, I just look at this game. I think away at Tottenham, the fans will be right up for this one. I don't know. I just see it going Tottenham's way. Let's move out of the weekend then in England. Obviously, we just had a pretty big weekend, but the games keep coming.
Aye.
We look at the Premier League, and I'm more intrigued in the Sunday. Liverpool go to take on West Ham at Anfield. Gone after the news that we sort of just went through there, how do you think the feelings will be for this game? Obviously, Fulham was a disaster. To put it bluntly, Fulham was a disaster. Liverpool were shocking. I don't know if you managed to watch the game,
I've seen it.
but Liverpool were howling in this
Yep.
one. How does Slot get a bounce back? Because this is concerning me now. We've won the league in my opinion. It's over. There's no chance Liverpool bottle it. But this is
Yep.
concerning me that we are being so sloppy towards the end of this season.
Aye, definitely. I think I don't know what's going on. I feel like I just want to see changes getting made. To be honest with you, after that game, I just want to see changes getting made. And I would like to see Simicast come in at left back for Robertson. I would like to see Diaz play through the middle with Gakpo on the left hand side. I would like to see that because that worked very well when before Gakpo got obviously that annoying injury that kept him out for a wee bit. But then other than that, keep the same team, but I would play day two. Depends if Alisson's back or no, I don't have a clue. But if no, keep the same team apart from play Simicast and Diaz through that middle. But if you want a response, you've got the fans behind you. You've got a league title to go and win. So go and put a performance on for them because they deserve one after that game. Because 3 mistakes were woeful on Sunday.
And please don't lose to Ferry Liquid FC. I can't be dealing with it.
Nah. Why is
I
Boda
hate
going
them.
to beat Lazio? What the fuck?
I would love to see it. Can I get your quick prediction for the Liverpool game then?
Yes. I think we're gonna kind of be a bit. I think we're going to be angry, and I think we're going to be right up for it. So, West Ham, they've not been really great, have they? But I'm going to say 4-0.
All right, I'm going to go another scrappy game. Honestly, nothing in this game points me towards it being an easy performance for Liverpool. I think West Ham will make it hard. I think, although Everton has turned a bit of a corner, I still think that even they made it hard for us.
Yep.
At home, whether, Tarkowski should have been sent off or no. So I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool, but I don't think we score until after the 90 minutes to wrap the game up. I think it'll be an injury time we score the second to finally wrap it up. And I think we just got to get through. But there's been a bit of interesting news. Eric Cantona has been speaking to the press, and he said the club obviously talking about Man United, is being destroyed under by the co-ownership of Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe's Ineos Group bought a 27.7% stake in United in February 2024 worth about £1.25 billion. The Glazer family, who owned the 20-time English champion since 2005, retained a majority stake, but Ineos have taken control of the club's football operations. Last month, United unveiled ambitious plans to build an iconic new £2 billion, 100,000-seater stadium close to Old Trafford. The 72-year-old British billionaire's time at Old Trafford has drawn criticism after United raised ticket prices and made 2 rounds of redundancies in a bid to improve the club's finances. Just to hear what he has actually said, if I can find the comments. Where comments? Right, Cantona and several members of his family signed up to become co-owners. The Frenchman gave a scathing assessment of Ratcliffe's impact. He said, "Since Ratcliffe arrived, this team of directors tried to destroy everything. They don't respect anybody. said the ex-United forward. I feel sad to see United in this kind of situation. They decided something else. They have another strategy, another project. I support United because I really love United, but now if I was a fan and I had to choose a club, I don't think I'd choose United. I mean, that really says it all when, one of your best goal scorers, one of the best forwards, made 185 appearances for Man United. It's bad when he's staying. If he had to pick a club right now, I'm not picking them. I mean, that just shows you where Man United are at.
Aye, exactly. Which you've seen so much now with Man U that, like, the way they've been the last few seasons anyway. Honestly, and I get where he's coming from, where he's gone for. But aye, absolutely mental that he's not putting Man U over everything that's been happening, man.
Aye, that is quite bad. But I think that's us for episode 3. Again, sorry we weren't live at 7. We will be live at 7 one of these weeks. And obviously we go live every Thursday at 7. 3 episodes in, we've not went live at 7 once. We will go live at 7 at some point. Owen, anything else you want to
The one the Babao.
say? Aye, what he said. Come on the Bilbao, although Rangers were never be good for Scottish football, but
Aye.
we'll get into that as Chris Boyd's currently on my TV screen, so that's fun. But aye, we will be back, I promise, next Thursday, 7 o'clock. There'll be nothing standing in our way. Hopefully, we will be live next Thursday at 7, or if anything comes up, we will be live on Thursday anyway. Owen, thanks once again for joining us.
No problem.
And we will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bye.